I chose my friend's IUD appointment over my husband. My husband Greg has this thing he calls boundaries, not normal ones. His version is more like, he decides who I'm close to and what I do with my time. It's been that way since we got married 2 years ago, and somehow it's only gotten worse. Tuesday morning, my best friend Natalie called me crying, like full panic. She had an IUD insertion scheduled for Thursday, and her boyfriend had just bailed on her. She was terrified of going alone and kept asking if I could please come with her. I didn't even hesitate. I told her, of course. That's what friends do. That night at dinner, I mentioned it to Greg. He completely lost it. Said it was inappropriate for me to be involved in Natalie's reproductive health, that it was too personal and none of my business. I told him she was scared and just needed support. He said no, not, I'm uncomfortable, just no. Then he said if I went anyway, there would be consequences. I asked what that meant. He just stared at me and said I'd find out. Thursday morning came. Natalie texted me 3 times asking if I was still coming. I could feel the panic through the screen. Greg was sitting at the table eating cereal. I told him I was running errands. He knew. I could see it in his face. I left anyway. The clinic was about 20 minutes away. Natalie was already there, pale and picking at her nails. When she saw me, she hugged me so hard and kept whispering thank you like she couldn't believe I actually showed up. When the nurse asked if she wanted someone with her, Natalie grabbed my hand immediately. The room was small and bright. The doctor explained everything. Natalie squeezed my hand so hard it hurt. The procedure itself didn't take long, but Natalie cried the whole time, quiet crying, tears just running down her face. I kept telling her to breathe and that she was doing great. When it was over, she got dizzy and had to lie there for a while. Juice, crackers, small talk about nothing. She told me she didn't know what she would have done if I hadn't come. I drove her home, got her settled on the couch with a heating pad and meds, and left around 11. When I got home at 1, Greg's car was already there. He's never home that early. He was sitting on the couch with his arms crossed. I told him where I'd been. He exploded, said I disrespected him, went behind his back, chose my friend over my husband. I yelled back that Natalie needed me, and I wasn't abandoning her because he had a weird issue with medical appointments. He said it wasn't about the appointment. It was about me defying him. That word made my blood boil. He told me I needed to apologize and promise I'd never do something like that again. I laughed, right in his face. Told him I'd do it 100 more times if she needed me. That's when he grabbed my phone off the counter. He went through my messages with Natalie, read them out loud in a mocking voice, then deleted her number, blocked it, on my phone and on our phone plan. When I tried to grab it back, he held it out of reach and told me if I couldn't make good decisions, he'd make them for me. I was shaking. I told him he was controlling and acting insane. He said he was being a husband who expected his wife to listen. The next day at work, I messaged Natalie on my computer and told her everything. She was horrified. Told me this kind of behavior only gets worse and that I needed to get out. Greg acted like nothing happened all weekend, joking, asking about dinner, like he hadn't just tried to cut me off from my best friend. On Monday, I called my mom. She drove down that afternoon. I told her everything. We packed a bag while Greg was at work. I left my wedding ring on the kitchen counter with a note that said, I'm staying with my mom until you learn what a partnership actually means.